First, Andrea, Van, my fellow honorees, as well as my dear friends that are here, and my fellow Google colleagues, thank you so much for this honor. I thought I would give you a little bit. You've heard some of my career accomplishments, but I think it's always important to share the person and my journey. And so this week happens to be 40 years since my father has passed on September 22nd. And he passed when I was very young, and I was going to college. And throughout the years, you really need that compass. And we had a family home. It was in South Carolina, and they said, Bonita, you need to go home, and you probably want to clean out some things. And this was a very important, pivotal time for me. And so I went to South Carolina, and I'm cleaning out the home. The antiques, just a whole bunch of stuff, as we all know if we have to, clean out. But I found a couple of things. The first thing I found was the letter that my father wrote to his mother the day I was born. And so that was very special to me, handwritten. The other thing that I found was a manuscript. And I think it was written, probably they said he was, very prominent in high school and college, so it must have been some sort of speech. And so this manuscript was called The Trail to Success. And it talked about the 4 C's. And the first C was character, and he went into depth on how important it is to think about your character. Number 2 was culture, Clive, to be very open and to new ideas and new cultures and exploring. The third was concentration, which I needed to spend time on, as he told me when I was growing up, but to have the focus in terms of the concentration. And probably the last one, which I thought was the most important C, was around courage. And so my father was his own pioneer. He was one of 2 African-American pilots in the Air Force. He was the first to fly twice the speed of sound. And he was courageous. And so when you think about technology and other new areas that might be of interest, you have to be courageous at times. And that is the 1 C, in addition to the others that was so important to me, was to continue to be a pioneer and to always be courageous in everything that I do. So I will leave you with this because in this manuscript, my father, who was a pilot, wrote a poem. So I thought I would share it with you because it's so special to me. And at the end of the manuscript, on The Trail to Success, he wrote, "It's doing your work the best you can and being just to your fellow man. It's making money and holding friends and staying true to your aims and ends. It's figuring how and learning why and looking forward and thinking high and dreaming a little and doing much. It's keeping always in closest touch with what is finest in word and deed. It's being thorough, yet making speed. It's daring blithely the field of chance while making labor a bright romance. It's going onward despite defeat and fighting staunchly but keeping sweet. It's being clean and it's playing fair. It's laughing lightly at despair. It's looking up at the stars above. It's drinking deeply of life and love. It's struggling onward with the will to win, but taking loss with a cheerful grin. It's showing sorrow and work and worth and making better this good old earth. It's serving, striving through strain and stress in doing your noblest. That's success. Thank you.